Welcome, y'all. I am Goddess High Priestess Empress Alala Pantera. Welcome. It's going to be a collective energy update. We do have the full moon in Scorpio coming up tomorrow, right? All praise is due to the Most High, infinite, creative source of all. Mama Universe, Papa Universe. I connect my heart and soul to Mama Universe and Papa Universe. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my angels, spirit guides, ancestors, protectors, warriors that guide and protect me. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my heart and soul, to God. God is frequency within me. Ashe, ashe, ashe. All right, now we got the full moon in Scorpio. Pink moon, that could be a significant color right now, especially in a dream state. And whatever it is that you're seeing connected to that is certainly speaking to the cycles that you are closing out, or where the energy has really been an influence on your life or in your life that you're closing out at this moment. All right. So the color pink could be of importance. Now that color pink also speaks of that embodiment of your true divine nature. Okay. When it comes to the the soul star and the root chakra. So taking this beyond the crown chakra and connecting it with the root chakra, there's a connection here of the soul with the color pink, and with this full moon in Scorpio coming up tomorrow here. All right, 423. It's indicating a completion of a cycle as it relates to others, especially in moments or in situations of intimacy, love. The root chakra is also involved. But for some of you, what I'm getting here clear as day is that this completion of a cycle has to do with the completion of a cycle of the deep psychological areas of your life. That level of sensitivity within you that pours through your psyche, and that you pour to it depending on the way you respond to these situations that are being brought forth in your reality as it relates to the depths of your psyche. All right, so here we go. Welcome, loves. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see what we have going on here. We're going to start with, just had the astrology cards in my hands. Give me 1 second. The cord got stuck. So as I was just shifting the phone onto the cards, the cord was stuck under the boxes, which also shows the energy of of Pluto, which is the ruler of Scorpio, in terms of the deep psychological areas of your life. Now, there was a cord that was stuck, hidden under the rubbles, under the rocks, under these boxes. The answer is under the boxes of where you have placed these emotions, or where past generations have placed these emotions, and that is embedded within your DNA. This is what you're all breaking yourself out from at this time if you're hearing this message. Give me 1 second here. Let me. Okay. Let's see. Okay. We're good where we're at. We're straight where we at. All right. Let's see what the message of guidance is here for you all. What's the message for the collective? Okay, we have a message of guidance. Now, this is an animal guidance card that came out. At the bottom of the deck is a fairy card of this deck that I have here placed together. And this fairy's message is inspiration. So your inspiration, first and foremost, motivation is internal. Inspiration is external. So that, that which is beautifully so, come through, baby. That which is coming through as far as a form of inspiration is the Phoenix, which is a representation of Scorpio. Okay. So we have here inspiration. Be prepared, as you'll soon receive a visit from a fairy of inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call at any time. The message here of the Phoenix speaks of you are being guided to remove what no longer serves you from your life. And that sentence in itself, that sentence, some of you have been in prison within your own mind. And we can do a message just entirely off of that. But let me just continue on what the message says. Trust your ideas into action. Trust your ideas into action. Turn your ideas into action, and they will transcend beyond your expectations. But trust your ideas into action. Some of you have already, that message is for those of you who have turned your ideas into action, but was causing a delay as far as the fruition as to what it is that you have planted the seeds for as of new moon in Scorpio, which occurred during Taurus season. No, during Scorpio season, excuse me, but Taurus season is the start of it though. You're gonna do okay. So some of you may have Jupiter in Taurus. Okay. All right. So you've come full circle through a 12-year cycle. That's what's happening. That's where that ended. Okay. Some of you do have Jupiter in Taurus. Let's see here. Wow. All right. As you detach, doors of opportunities will begin to open and something magnificent will emerge. You know what's the key to this here? As you detach, in order for you to detach, you have to accept a situation for what it is. You don't detach until you accept it for what it is. Some of you still have reasons as to why you should help a situation or assist someone. Yeah, assist someone in fixing something. See, the cards here just landed and look, victory and success. Six of Wands is showing up here. So you may have Jupiter in Leo. You may have Jupiter in Leo. First and foremost, if you got Jupiter and Leo, you're really out here to be the star of the show. You're really out here to show off your talents, your ideas. You know what I'm saying? What inspires you, what motivates you. That's what you're here to do. You're here to I just heard forecast that. Forecast. Some of you are readers as well. You're seers. So you may have Jupiter in a water house, either the 4th, 8th, or 12th. Doesn't have to be, could even be the 6th for Virgo, but or ninth, Sagittarius, which gives you the, I mean, it could be any house, but as far as intuition and connecting to what is at the depths of an energy, we're speaking of water. Water is everywhere. Water is the predominant source here for all of us to be able to thrive. So that would be the 4th house for Cancer, 8th house for Scorpio, and 12th house for Pisces. All right. So let's see. Why does this do this? But it's okay. Ooh, I just picked up the deck once again, and look what stayed on the table. The Heron with the Phoenix. HP. For some of you, something as simple as you have an HP desktop or a laptop. This is how you know this message is for you. Or as you just mentioned, you have Jupiter and Leo. Welcome, beloved. So with this heron here, it speaks of detachment. Once again, the key word to this message right now, I mean, that's Scorpio energy. In order for you to transform, you have to feel as though you're renewed every time you wake up. Every time you go to sleep, you go through a death process. You don't have to reappear in this, what you call your waking state once again, until someone cries out for you and says that they miss you, and then you recognize, oh shit, I'm not even in that world anymore. It's that deep. Okay? So you're being guided to follow your inner wisdom, find clarity, and focus on purpose, passion, and joy. Focus on purpose, passion, and joy. All three of those are connected to why you're doing something. Now let's pause on that for just a moment before we continue that part of the message. If you were to focus on why you're doing everything that you do, and you wholeheartedly answer that question when it comes to why you're doing something, for some of you, when you answer it with your heart, not for some, for all, when you answer that question as to why you're doing something with your heart chakra, detaching is not an issue. When you answer that question with reason and logic, you don't hear or sense what it is that your heart chakra has to say. Now, keep this in mind. The understanding of the crown chakra, or where the brain is, one of the brains, well, three out of the four, your cerebrum, cerebellum, medulla oblongata is connected, it's in your brain, which is in your crown chakra, and your fourth brain is your solar plexus, okay? But we're speaking here of your crown chakra. What allows that crown chakra to stand is what's under it. That's what understanding is. Not from a space of one is better than the other, because you need a foundation in order to build a home. You need that foundation, and to complete that home, you need that rooftop, whether it fits literally or figuratively. Okay, so what stands under, all right, that reason and logic is your heart chakra. Your reason and logic it shouldn't even be that long. It shouldn't get into a point where it's overdoing it. Because right there, you already know that's an entity taking control over you. If it's having you overanalyze something, it's because it ain't you. And you are literally in a battle. That's not even a war. You're literally in a battle. When it's something outside of you, once you recognize that what is within you is causing this battle outside of you, that recognition of what is outside of you is within you now becomes a war, because you're only going to be at war with yourself. The reason why we see war today in the world today is because people have war within themselves. So it has to reflect some way, somehow, and it will. Now you see where the media comes in. It'll regurgitate the nonsense that is going on to keep people thinking about the same nonsense, and put them into this turmoil or into this spell of what the fuck else is going on here and there, from a low vibration, rather than you connecting to your heart chakra and realizing, if you want to see change out here, that shit gonna have to start with you. That sugar honey iced tea gonna have to begin with you. And if you're new to this channel, cursing and profanity are two different things. Okay. Furthermore, the Heron speaks of, begin now to reinvent yourself and your life. You are a powerful co-creator with limitless inner wisdom and infinite potential. Okay. You have a new HP. Listen. So they just another message just came through from just these two, the Heron and the Phoenix. I just saw her phone. Someone's phone is on, or someone's phone wasn't on. For some of you, someone's phone wasn't on as to why you weren't able to communicate with them. whether this had to be a service or they turned it off and you might have called, you didn't leave a voicemail, so this is why they didn't know you was contacting them. Something of that nature. All right. But let's see what else we got coming through here for the collective. Okay. Ooh, all of these are birds now. This is speaking of one's mindset. Okay. And again, inspiration. Third time's the charm. Inspirational, fearless, and visionary with the hawk's energy. All right. So you are being guided to detach from the mundane and envision your heart's desires. See with clarity the opportunity that surrounds your new journey, not the old one, the new one. And you're going to have situations that come into your life to test you to see if you're still on the old one. Okay? Stretch and expand yourself, soar above previous limitations. Let's get into the tarot. Let me get into the tarot because what I'm picking up on off of that message right there, it does have to do with your Jupiter cycle, whether if it's Aries, Taurus, Gemini. I'm picking up on because those are the signs that are really close to a completion and starting anew. Okay, anew. Mm. Let me see what my mystic Martians is talking about. Let me go over here. Let me see something. What's the message, beloved? Blissed, sunborn, Ashe. Hmm. Okay. The tall grays coming out. Utilitarian, organized, intimidating. All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, let me. Oh, that Scorpio energy just love popping through, don't it? 10313, number 4, Emperor energy. All right. Aries, Scorpio with the Emperor. So notice that the same colors in the Emperor card is very similar to what you see as Alpha Draconian holding on to. But for some of you, people didn't realize they were when they were using you, what type of energy you was literally carrying. You're not that Alpha Draconian that was here to destroy galaxies and constellations or planets. You're part of the draconians that were here to assist. You have that dragon fire, that dragon power to shift, to see through situations. You see this here? You see how this one here, looking at this one? All this experiments and stuff. Hmm? Okay. Okay. You be surprised of how these energies, look at this, of how these energies show up. The Agarthans have to come through. This is real talk. The Agarthans don't come through unless they're supposed to. When I mean they're supposed to, it's something got to be so detrimental to this planet that the Agarthans come through. For these multidimensional beings to step into our realm, okay, and assist the collective, something really got to be going down in order for it to go up. They keep being watched. They think they're not being watched. But each card that comes out on this side is watching their ass. That is significant as far as either your ancestors, your spirit guides, your higher self. You know what I'm saying? Looking over with this bird's eye view at situations that you are detaching from, and you may have certain situations that feel as though, oh no, I got you this time around again. Oh, okay, that's what you thought. Oh, you thought that. Why? Because they are disconnected to their heart chakra. So their thoughts are not even their own. Their thoughts is coming from an outside entity. Let's move it. Look at that. Some of you have been fasting. I was coming through too, but I didn't mention it. But there it is for me to mention. Vegans. Some of you have been changing what it is that you consume. This is not just food. This is conversations. What you watch on media. The conversations, conversations that you have with other people. Even if it has to do with the situation where you feel as though you're supposed to speak, you're not speaking because you know that's not something for you to digest. That's on that. What else? What else? Okay, we move into the tarot. I want to see what where's the collective as far as their fourth brain energy, the solar plexus, the elk peacock just showed up, golden egg is showing up, the shark. See, you're acknowledging your power. You may have placed yourself in situations labeled as dangerous from not knowing yourself. But once you got to know yourself, you began to gain that solar energy again with the cheetah here, that solar power energy. Okay. You're no longer hiding yourself, waiting for the perfect moment. You understand time, that the time that you're involved in, this construct of time, this art of time, is based off of the way you perceive your situation in this current moment. Your future is now. If you really want to know about your future, look at what it is you're doing right now. That's your future. Your future is right now. Okay. 4:47 on the timer. Well, on the clock. 2:26, 22:26 on the timer. What's the message here regarding the solar plexus energy of the collective? Solar plexus energy of the collective that you want to discuss. Solar plexus energy of the collective that you want to discuss. The deer in reverse. Ooh wee. And then the spider. Well, the tarantula. So you're at a crossroads. You're definitely at a crossroads when it comes to your loving, intuitive, graceful nature. Ooh wee. Okay. So, this is what I mean about a situation that's coming back around just to test you. Because deers carry a lot of speed. They're hypersensitive though. So the reason why you may be stuck is because you're over concerned about something. You know what you're supposed to do, but you not trusting your heart and your gut is having you over reason and over logically gain or seek a perspective that can only come from your gut and your heart chakra, but you're giving your brain too much of the work. Let me see what else is coming through here. Show me this. This, for some of you, this has to do with children. Children, the way you were raised. The lizard is at the bottom of the deck right now with the beaver. The beaver speaks of hard worker, loyal, family first. There's that. Okay. Oh, wow. Some of you got a major decision to make. You have a major decision to make. This is the conversation about, do you go according to a past tradition, or do you follow what your mission is, that has to do with your soul. That shouldn't even be a question. But society has made it that way, where you have to question yourself about what it is that you're supposed to do when it comes to what it is that's keeping your physical body alive, your heart chakra alive. Your heart chakra is keeping your body active right now. So to disregard that, okay, for the sake of following a past tradition that no longer serves you, was that not the Phoenix message? Full moon in Scorpio. Give me a second. I want to see who this might be so I can give you some further assistance here. Let me see something. Um, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. You could be a Leo rising. Leo rising. If you're a Leo sun, this is part of your purpose right now. This full moon in Scorpio is triggering that purpose in your life. If you're Aries rising, this is the moment where you're supposed to have that major shift in your life. When it comes to you trusting your hearts, your heart and your hearts. You may have a connection to octopus. Your heart's connection to your soul. Yeah. People claim mermaids, but some of you really out here as octopus. Do you, honey? Okay. Do you? Let me see. Mm, okay. Let's continue. Again, you have the lizard here at the bottom of the deck. The lizard represents an energy that is instinctual, highly sensitive. So you can't be around too much people. So, okay, what's the situation here? Because I feel as though this is for some of you who you're in a space of, you know, as we would say, we outside, but that we outside is you in nature or you in a certain group of people. Not everybody that's aware of you. I'm gonna say aware because they don't know you yet, but they know you're there, but the you that you are presenting, they're not aware of. So let's put it that way. Show me this energy here. Ooh wee, the Six of Wands. Wow, what's the challenge? And the Six of Cups. Child, can't make this shit up. Because the Six of Cups talks about energies of the past. Some of you at a victorious state. You see how this person is willing to put this fire close to their face? There's no fear. Fear no longer exists. Fear only exists when you don't trust your instincts, which is the heart's understanding. Fear only occurs in two ways, actually, that I can tell you right now. When you don't align with your truth and accept your truth, that too comes from your heart chakra. That is supported or comforted by your heart chakra because those instincts, all right, its rooftop is your heart chakra. Those instincts from your solar plexus, its rooftop is your heart chakra. So there's something here that's a challenge of your past. Let's look further. Let's get a look. What's this about? Tell me about the Six of Cups. I'm going to use a different deck. Where did I stop at the bottom of the deck, though? Not a Cups, a wish fulfillment. For some of you, Jupiter, what's this? Nine of Cups, Jupiter and Pisces. Huh. Let me, hold on. See, yeah. There's something that you're being shown in your dream state here with this lizard and the snake at the bottom of the deck. There's some untapped potential that some of you have right now or gifts that you have not used. It's time to transform. This is right up under the snake. That's also representative of Scorpio energy. And then the peacock, Taurus energy. Okay. What's under the peacock? Let me see. The gazelle. So the gazelle has the level, it has accuracy, it has speed. Some of you may have felt the tides. Just know that that's also, yep. That's also part of your perception because in between the gazelle and this dragonfly is the stingray. That's all part of your perception because you were going through a Kundalini rising here, and definitely so, because up under this dragonfly, you got the cosmic egg. So, um, hmm, okay. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Talk to me. All praise is due to the Most High of the highest vibration. What's the Six of Cups vibes? What's the Six of Cups energy? I just saw the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Wands is basically saying your burdens were destined and fated. 455 on the timer, and then we have here's the star card. I said I was going to call it 17, and it was 20, 30, 44 on the timer. So 455, 30, 44. Yeah, your abundance is definitely protected by the spiritual realm. Now, I just paused this at the Six of Cups just now. Your abundance being protected by the spiritual realm. You 456. You can take your pick though, because you have a lower spiritual, you know what I'm saying? Frequency, vibration, connection, or you can have a high one. You understand? So, hmm. This Six of Cups, followed by the Knight of Wands, Sagittarius, Two of Cups, Eight of Swords, self-sabotaging thoughts could be preventing someone from healing further. Greetings, Fatima. Let's see here. What we got? What's the Six of Cups for the collective, beloved? What's the Six of Cups? Show me the Six of Cups. Okay. That didn't want to come out, but it definitely landed as a challenge. I don't know what that was. It didn't come out, so I'm not going to read it. We don't need to know. Oh, wow. The Six of Wands again. The Six of Cups is the Six of Wands. So, let me go into a quick Celtic spread. Vibrationally, I just want to get more clarity here for you all regarding this recent past situation, because the past is significant right now as far as an endeavor that you're coming across at this moment. Family first. Okay, let me see. Give me 1 second. Let me get all the cards out and I'll show you. Yeah, Judgment. For some of you, this must be about a move. I just heard move out. I just saw this the Four of Wands with the Queen of Swords. But this doesn't even have to be physically. I feel as though it's coming through spiritually, honestly. Let me see. Show me this. Six of Wands frequency for the collective here now. What's the current situation? Challenge, foundation, immediate past, and the crowning energy. Okay, Queen of Wands coming out first for the current situation. The challenge. Ooh, the moon. All right. Some of you may have moon in Aries. Foundation. What is the seed? What is the seed of this? What's the foundation of this message? What is the seed of this? Where is this growing from? Okay. This came out in a slightly, it did want to come out reverse. Let me show you. It did want to come out reverse here. Woo-wee. And it's the star card. These are the first two that came out. Your current situation, the challenge, and the seed of it. It has something to do with healing for sure. I'm gonna land it the way I want it to come through here. What's in the immediate past? What's at the bottom of the deck? The Chariot. There's a lot of major arcanas here. So The macro to the micro is in full effect right now. So the universe, okay, so this is definitely something. Okay, this is something that has been put out to the universe, but nothing is yet set in stone. We're coming across a fixed moon sign. Let's say let's say you had to make a decision by the time the clock strikes 12. This is how this is coming through. Yeah, look at this. Under the chariot, you got the Ace of Wands with the Eight of Cups. Something you have to walk away from here. Saturn and Pisces. Um, Hold on. You could definitely be an Aries rising. Um, because this has to do with something that is hidden beneath the surface. It's something you have to see in your dream state, 12th house energy, something you've been rehabbing from, rejuvenated from, recuperating from. Um, as far as the moon's energy, let me see here. Let me see here, 12. As far as, let's say, okay, first and foremost, with this star card at the bottom, this is what's grabbing my attention the most. You could be an Aquarius rising, okay? And this is about you. This is not even so much about anybody else. If you're an Aquarius rising, this message is more so about you. It has nothing to do with people can influence you in a way, yes, but the way you're allowing that influence to come into your life, this is where this message is coming in from. Let me see what's in the immediate past here. But for Aries, excuse me, that would be no, that's y'all. That's for y'all. The I am. That's y'all first house. Listen, give me a second. There's something that you know, okay, that you've been thrown off of. It's okay. It's to the extent of, wow, this is almost feeling as though it's amnesia. This is on the vibes of someone forgetting their own birthday. Not speaking of dimension, then I send healing to anyone and everyone anyone who has experienced that or within their family. But let me see. Okay, give me 1 second. I wanna look at this here. Okay. So Aries rising, Saturn and Pisces in your first house, with the moon showing up as a challenge. This could have something to do with family. Okay. And it's affecting your finances. It's been affecting your finances, or at least your ability to see the way you are to increase your finances. And this is trickling into the career sector of your life. You're going through the same see, okay, some of you may be mixing up an experience that you are overcoming within your fourth house energy, or the first state of you connecting to a soul tribe, which is the family you were born into. You're mixing the primary source as to what it is that you're supposed to heal from, the seed, with another area that is basically the result as to something not being taken care of before. So this is okay, this is an example. Let's say an athlete has an injury. The source of the pain, okay, is okay, where the pain is not the source of it. Where the pain is actually coming from above or below. So some of you are really connecting a relationship or work as far as the primary source as to why you're in this position, when it's something much further behind than that, as far as the way you were raised or certain traditions that you're holding on to. Hence the fact that this Six of Cups here is in between the Six of Wands. For some of you, this is what you're supposed to be. This your victory comes, your life purpose has to do with you telling your story. And you could be so reluctant to tell that story because of certain traditions you've come from, or you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. It's not when you are in a position that your mission is to tell your story. Remember, it's to tell your story, not someone else's story. There's a way to speak on situations that inspired who you are without really speaking on those situations and tell your story. You feel me? For some of you, if that resonates with you, it'll click. Look at this. The Six of Cups again at the bottom of the deck. I even peeped that just now. That's crazy. This Six of Cups is no joke. A golden retriever could be of importance too. You may have been a young child that was raised by someone who was an elder as well. Okay, so you've naturally picked up ancient wisdom in the most simplest ways. Through simple chores, you learned ancient wisdom. But somewhere along the line, you may have connected with people who weren't connected to those values. We're in Taurus season, so we're speaking of those sacred values. And Jupiter, Uranus had that conjunction, all right, which is still in effect. The 24th, 25th, 26th, it'll still be in that exact energy. So this is you coming up with ways that are out of the blue or unconventional when it comes to you and what you value and the way you bring that value into physical manifestation. Ain't it beautiful that you got the full moon in Scorpio in between all of that? Exact on the 20th and 21st, 22nd. And then you got the full moon in Scorpio on the 23rd. And then you have that exact energy once again, the 24th, 25th, 26th with Uranus and Jupiter. Jupiter is about expansion. Uranus is enlightenment, awakening, sudden awakening. You're now getting to realize the energy of Uranus and Taurus that kicked in 2018 now. This is the energy of something changing from day to night, literally. Especially in the sign of Taurus, which is a physical, is it's an earth element sign. Yes, granted. Let me pause for a second when I'm giving this information. Okay, it's the age of Aquarius. It's the age of humanity. It's the age of everyone having their ideas and sharing their ideas as the enlightened one. Take your time on your journey. Take your time, but don't overuse your time when you're taking it. Don't abuse the time that you're taking when it comes to you taking your time, because you're going to hear a lot of information as to what not to connect to any longer. Okay? Allow yourself to develop those 12 disciplines, 12 disciples, or the 12 placements within your tropical astrological chart I mean, that's what you're going to that's going to be your foundation before you get into 13 and 14. Because if you go into this state of transformation not knowing why you're transforming something, this can lead to psychosis. This can lead to you going through over the top heartbreak that could have easily been avoided had you taken your time without taking advantage of it, without, let's say, taking disadvantage of it, which will be the abuse of taking advantage of it. Fatima, infinite blessings to you, beloved. for your donation currency exchange, my love. Appreciate you. Infinite fold back onto you forevermore. Okay. Now we're going to go into seeing what this immediate past energy is talking about here. Let's see. What's the energy of the immediate past? Because Six of Cups speaks about the past. I'm going to have to get this other deck with the past life cards too. Look at this. Queen of Pentacles and the Sun. Yo. Okay. So, yep. Queen of Cups. This got this for some of you. This got to do with the love situation or Cancer or Capricorn Leo. Okay. Now, give me a second. Let me see something. Let me see something. Let me see. Where are my tools? Okay. Let me get some more intel on you. Not the outel, the intel. You hear me? People think they have intel and there's nothing but outel. Let me see something. Hold on. Okay. What we have? Capricorn, Cancer, and Leo. Specifically, for some of you, this happiness has to do with the Capricorn or Cancer. Work or home. Home could even be where your ancestor come from. So, okay, so that message for some of you here, um, you may feel as though you want to move to a location where your ancestors come from. This message is definitely indicating that's part of your journey. Okay, that this could be where you're highly misunderstood as to why are you doing that 511 on the time, but it's no one's business but yours, literally. Okay. Let me see here. Yeah. If you are a Cancer rising, this has to do with you traveling to these lands. Traveling. Now, let me see. Lost my track. Let me see. This is 1, 2, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 7, 6, 5. Leo, Scorpio, this has to do with some intense love. If it got to do with the Scorpio or Leo, this has to do with intense love. So this is bringing forth the energy of meeting the person at the inappropriate time. This would that's the perfect example of getting to the 13th or 14th dimension without understanding, overstanding, understanding 1 through 12. However, it's just 0 through 9, but just to make this simple for right now, Um, mm, where was I about to go right now with this? There we go. Yep. This is similar to that energy I was picking up on as far as the cord or the plug being hidden under boxes, because I'm just now going towards the past life cards, right? And for some reason it left my mind that that's the deck that we was going for. So there's something that's been hidden from you. We about to uncover that now. Talk to me about this past life energy here, beloved. Speak to me about this past life energy. Speak to me about this past life energy that the collective are connected to right now, that is creating a challenge in their life when it comes to their success, recognition, and reward of the Six of Wands, Jupiter and Leo. Expansion in terms of them. Expansion with Jupiter and Leo is going to come from you trusting your gut instinct. Okay. So that means what? Your root and your sacral chakra, all right, have to be healed. You have to be connected to it. This would have to be regardless of whatever situation you've gone through with your mother and your father. Let me tell you something. You come into this here channel, we're not looking at your situation from a 3D, 2D dimension. Nah, You came here as a soul to experience that, to evolve. This is where humanity needs to start rising. If you want to call yourself a god or a goddess, let's not even call yourself that. If you want to at least get into that kingship and queenship, get into that kingdom where you're recognizing yourself, you have to recognize that you came here and you chose every experience that you are going through, and every experience that you go through from here on out is up to you. It's up to you and what you decide to do when every situation presents itself to you. You can close it out or keep the race going. It's up to you. Show me this energy here. Wow, 3 past life cards. Some of you, this has to do with Mintaka or Atlantis. This was at the bottom of the deck. There are certain vows that you have here. Okay. When it comes to the Mintakans or Mintaka and Atlantis. But the 3 past life cards that came out, the arts, orphan, speaking the mother and father, and communal living. Some of you, this got to do with some of you who actually live with either your mother and your father. You still felt as though you were an orphan. This sin, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Cut the shit out. If this is too much for you to handle right now, this ain't the message for you. And I'm gonna guarantee you right now, this is not gonna be the channel for you. Okay, respectfully, that's my disclaimer. If you're still going through situations that you are seeking for somebody to pamper you into, oh, it's okay. You're not gonna get that here. Get the fuck up on out of there by the way you're thinking about your situation. You chose to be here for that. Because if there's somebody that understands, overstands, and understands that energy, is my energy myself. And this is why, if I can tell you, I can come out of that situation to the point that I can reconnect with certain people that I may have felt as though that the reason why I'm this and that is because, nah. The reason why you are the way you are today is because of the way you think and perceive and act on situations. Stop blaming other people and get on up. Okay? You have all of the power within you to change your situation. But if you continue to feel sorry for yourself, sorry just means that you regret a situation. See, some people think that sorry has some form of respectful mannerisms. No. What are you regretting? See, some people have a tendency to say, I'm sorry, and there ain't nothing to be regretful about. Now you're just putting that energy out there. You have to understand the power of your words, even if it's not coming out of your mouth. If you're just thinking about it, you're going to feel it. And it has to show itself to you in its reality. It's going to do it always. Why? Because the universe has to cooperate with you. That's law. Okay. So again, for some of you, what you have experienced when it comes to when it comes to your journey, this is what you're supposed to be doing as far as the arts, music, painting, writing. All right, telling your story once again. The background of your gift is coming from where you come from. That inner child is literally looking for you to write that story. This is why some of you may go through certain um you may do certain rituals for your inner child, and for some reason something is not shifting the way it's supposed to, because that which you're most afraid of and you're still holding on to with some sort of low vibration of anger and depression and anxiety, that's your gift. You have to break through that energy right there, that anxiety, that depression, that fear. Just know this, again, this is a disclaimer, this ain't no medical advice, but I'm gonna tell you right now. Once you allow yourself to observe that, there's a difference between you observing and experiencing. However, the observer is in that experience, but the observer can take themselves out of that experience to observe it. You just have to find a way to get to that point. And what's the way? Stop blaming yourself. Stop blaming others. See it for what it is, because energy at the source and root of it all, which is why I tell y'all, the universe doesn't have a sense of humor. It just knows that if you laugh at something, laughter is connected to love. So then love is a power unto itself. It's the highest vibration of it all. So if there's something that you're not over, you're still making jokes about it, then that's why it still keeps happening in your life. Until you really sit with it and you can really laugh with it. That's a power in itself too. See, this is where some of you have to be mindful as to who it is you're, having conversations about or with when it comes to anything that's going on in their life, and they may not even be prepared to disconnect from, because energy is fluid. It can't be created nor destroyed. It just gets transferred. Some of you in positions within your career where you have people that constantly complain. You're that person that's supposed to say certain things, and people have to decide at certain point if they're going to want to still connect to you or not because of your high vibration. But that shouldn't affect you in a way that you don't have nobody with you. You have a mission to fulfill out here, and that's live your life abundantly. So that's the mission. Not to make mission sound as though it's something where it's nah, you when you on a mission, when it comes to your soul, you living your life. When you stressed out, anxious, depressed, you ain't living your life. You living the life of an entity outside of you, controlling the fuck out of you. Again, disclaimer, this ain't medical advice, and if this is too heavy, then hey, I love you, but this is where we at as a collective. Because you want to know something? In this age of Aquarius, there's too much information going on around there. And a lot of y'all going to get real fucking confused about what you're supposed to do. This is why you better know yourself. You better know yourself. Okay? So, what's the crown of energy? This is some strong matriarch energy coming through here. I'll tell you that. I tell you that. Yes, indeed. Yep, it is. Capricorn, the sun. Yes. This planet has been waiting for this moment. I'm telling you, the way the planet is activated right now is it's not the same. It's really not the same. So some of you still moving from a space of 2020, 2019, 2021, 2022, whatever. Anything before this moment is gonna feel real heavy. You have an energetic access point to release whatever it is that you want to release. If y'all in a contract that you know you do not want to be in, and you still using reason and logic, let me tell you something. You're not listening to that heart chakra of yours. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just letting you know that you know what to do. I ain't got to tell you what to do. You know what you have to do. If you go to bed and you wake up and you still not feeling beyond 100% with yourself, it's time to get certain things changed, or all of it. Forget certain, all of it. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do, because this is this point in time, this point in the cycle of humanity is not the point in the cycle where you want to just be holding on to stuff just to see. You better get that just to see shit out your system, and quick. Release what no longer serves you. Look at that. Nine of Swords at the top of the deck. At the top of the spread, excuse me. Was crowning your energy. And I'm glad this is showing up here, because that look at here. There you go. There you go. There you go. At the bottom of the deck, you got the death card, rebirth. 913. 913, that's the Ten of Pentacles energy. You transform this, you want to talk about financial abundance or abundance in general. abundance in health, abundance in finance, abundance in love. If it's at the forefront of your mind, you're now, first and foremost, you're no longer in a space of hoping, because hope is connected to wanting something great to happen, but also connects you to the fear of the unknown. Let me tell you something. That shit right there, fear of the unknown, fear is false evidence appearing real, right? And if you call something unknown, then you obviously know something about something that you don't know, because you labeled it as unknown. Ain't nothing unknown about the unknown if you labeled it as unknown. You know something is unknown. But the fear that you got connected to it, hoping for something to change, that's what's keeping you in this abyss. And the fear of the unknown is literally you too far out into the future. But remember, your future is now. What you're doing right now is creating your future. So why do you have fear of the unknown? So here's what you're doing now. Once you get into that state of that future state, you're creating fear from the now moment, because you didn't know what's going to happen then. But what you're doing now is what's going to happen then. It's that simple. But of course, you have the media or the medium that blocks you from your own perception of the glory within your own body, mind, vessel, in connection to all that is. Okay? So, look at that. Clarify. Show me the Nine of Swords. The Seven of Wands. Don't neglect your moment of inner peace, of inner harmony, rather. You see how this is lightening up solar plexus? We've been talking about this for this entire message. Your crystal ball is you. Your crystal ball is that solar plexus. If there's anything that can penetrate that crystal ball, it has to be some form of enlightenment when it comes to your life purpose, because it ain't two wands, it's one wand, so that's an ace of wands. Anything that penetrates that bubble has to be a direct reflection of who you are. And for some of you, you need to write that down or recognize what I just said. Anything that infiltrates your bubble is a reflection of who you are. There's only one wand there. There's Six of Wands here at the bottom. There's a Seven of Wands card. This is what the Mars and Leo card, and that's exactly why we end this here message of the Celtic spread with the Six of Wands, Six of Cups, and the Six of Wands. What occurred in your immediate past, whether if it was this lifetime, your childhood, there's something from your childhood. For some of you, you knew this entire time that this is representation of the elk. You knew since you've come here, this is for a few of you, that the issues that you have with the paternal energy or masculine energy or your Aries energy, Mars energy, is the lesson you came here to learn, for you to remember what you forgot going through the birth canal. Speaking of, you got that sacral chakra pentacle with the Queen of Pentacles. And once you remember that, you'll have a connection where your heart, this green scarf on her head, is controlling, or is the operation of your reason and logic. So therefore, you're no longer in a state of over analyzing something or overthinking something. Okay. So with this Seven of Wands clarifying this Nine of Swords, these are both Mars energy, as a matter of fact. So the way you've been taking action has to do with you. Okay, as of right now, if you're in this message, you need to clear whatever step you was about to take that has to do with you overthinking your situation, and relax, release. Okay. And once you're able to do that, then you'll be able to see what the next step is, because that is the key. You can't open up that door until you do so. This is why I tell y'all, it'll be a much more smoother route to go according to cause and effect, and right or wrong, good or bad. Because that right or wrong, good or bad is gonna have you pinpointing the fingers, and there's more fingers pointing at you than at someone else or something else. But when you look at life from cause and effect, you have no other choice but to look at yourself as the root cause when it comes to influencing or inspiring a cause in your life that now creates an effect. Because for every cause and effect, there is a root cause, and that root cause is the way you respond to a situation. What has had humanity going through this spiral of stupidity, let me just put it that way, has been blaming someone else, or there's no reason to, which is why I say stupidity, because the collective will have a tendency to blame someone else that you have given your power to. Take your power back by deciding for you. There's so many different rituals and things that are going on that you have heard along the spiritual journey. You ain't supposed to do this, you ain't supposed to do that. You ever consulted with your soul and your spirit about what to do before somebody else? It's the first thing you should have done. And I love all of you that request readings from me. But once you reach to this point, you've reached a space in your life where I can guide you without doing a reading for you, to let you know, guide yourself with the information that's already been presented to you. Because this, for some of you, I can sense when you're seeking validation the same way you would seek validation from a partner, a parent, a child, whoever you consider to manage a company. And none of that has to do with you. Consult yourself. Don't get me wrong. Then fucking get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. I appreciate y'all, and I would love to just be there and be that. Nah, but there's certain times where I have to back up. No, I can't. This ain't the time. This is the time for you to figure out yourself. Told y'all, for me, it ain't about that resource of money. I can get that elsewhere. It's not an issue. But are you well? Are you abundant within your own self, within your own feelings, within your own thoughts? Because you gotta be mindful as to who it is that you let read for you. Can't just be putting your energy out there because people are reading your energy. That is that's basically astro sex. If you put it that way. Anytime someone reads for you, they have to soak in your energy. And if what they tell you, whether this person is a reader that you're supposed to be connecting to or not, what they tell you, if you don't do it, just know they got spirits and demons that they've been working with that gonna have to come towards you. So I want y'all to really process that. See, the way my energy is set up, we gonna make sure we see these cherry blossoms and this fragrance of love and light with the merge of the shadow come through here. But not everybody ready for that. And that's okay. That's okay. Take your time without taking advantage of time, making it a disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? So, listen. Thank you for backing up. It's making us do the work. You already know. You already know. Hey, y'all. What time was that? 5:35. Ashe. I think it was funny as shit. Two of Cups, y'all. Okay. Two of Cups just came out. So, let's look at this. Wait a minute. Let me see, baby. Hold on. Oh, wow. Ace of Cups was sitting at the bottom of the deck here. You see how things just load up? See, okay. Some of you already know this, but the way the energy comes through here, it's all gonna line up. Then this is the way your life is too. The signs and everything lines up. You just have to allow yourself to pay attention to what brings you gratitude, not what brings you sorrow. That's there too. That's always gonna be there. It's actually the most elevated frequency that's sent out to every single one of us. The frequency of sorrow, but it's up to you to choose your power. That's what Pisces fishes are about. And Saturn in Pisces right now is helping you to see the challenges you've been through energetically within your DNA the last 2,000 years. I mean, physically, you know what I'm saying? We're not 2,000 years old. Mentally, spiritually, soulfully, that's different. Different. You understand? So, here we go, baby. What's this Two of Cups? And look who come out. Look who come out. The same thing that was at the bottom of the deck, a little slanted, a little discombobulated. But there's healing and love now. You have to first get to the source, the seed of where this energy comes from before you can indulge in any of these connections to be able to see that connection for all that it is. And in doing so, let me tell you something. You shouldn't have to step into a partnership, whether this be your career, love, family, where you feel as though you have to dim your light just to have a connection. The moment you feel that, I know if you know yourself, you can sense yourself dimming your light or putting yourself at a low vibration. That is the first indication that something has to be said or you disconnect yourself. But some people tend to go a year, 2 years, 5 years, 15, 30, 50 years, 50 years, 30 years, 14, 2, whatever. Now, this is where you start to have a lineage of people feeling that vibration. Okay. So once you release that, all is well because that chain has to be broken. That bondage point has to be broken. And none of you in here are physically bond to anything. It's a mental state, though, that translates into your spiritual state. Your soul is not going to allow that, though. Your soul will say, all right, that's what you want to do. I'm going to dip up the fuck up on out of here, and I'm going to come back and do this shit somewhere else. The soul is a G. The soul is a real G. Okay? You want to talk about a G? It's your soul. If you have one. Because again, we're part of a cycle in life where there are soulless beings here, but As far as what the collective is to learn, that's their reason for being here. To whom much is given, much is required. There had to be a reason as to why the energies of the planet allowed those frequencies to be here. That in itself is a different topic. Think about it. You have a child and you say, if you don't do this, then I'm going to take this away from you, or this is going to happen. Until you make this happen, then I won't be able to, I'm not going to give you what it is that you want. The planet just has a different way of doing that. The planet would allow frequencies and vibrations that can tear this entire planet up if it wanted to, but the planet's not going to go that far with it. But as far as humanity, humanity will feel that way until what? There's an evolution amongst humanity. So there's healing and love as long as you're in alignment to your life purpose and recognize that the only thing that could infiltrate your bubble is what reflects you. So use that as your vision board, lesson board, and whatever's on that vision board that you have to take down because it's no longer part of your vision. But it came to the surface as part of your subconscious, full moon and Scorpio energy coming up tomorrow, or just in general. All right. I love y'all so much. Okay, if I have another message, just know I'll be live. Or if I'm vibing, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be vibing, we're gonna play some music, and we're gonna do what we do. But I love y'all. Take care of yourself. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you.